I slept in and I didn't even get up and have time to record my podcast because I woke up to violence and ignorance and everything else. So, let me say this real slow. Say this real slow. I remember clearly that I said yesterday, that I said clearly that I keep hearing them say, people saying that, oh, Kawita is not getting nothing, which is the furthest thing away from the truth, because the true forecast is that the certainty, the weather is uncertain. Don't know what it'll do because blah, 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 blah. It's all wedge dependent. I also said that we could just get a bunch of rain. It can ice over. It can do a bunch of things. We can actually still get tornadoes tomorrow with that linear system because, yeah, that's coming through here too. But regardless of what falls out that sky, today, tomorrow, all that stuff is gonna freeze over on Monday, period. Not only will it freeze over Monday is supposed to be so windy, it's gonna be insane. Actually, it starts winding over as soon as the rain moves out. Just like I said, all of these other heavily frozen Mondays that we had. It's just we have the precipitation now to match up with the wind and the cold, which now makes it ice. Regardless if the ice falls out the sky or it falls like rain and it freezes on surface, it is still an ice storm. We will still be frozen. The likelihood, and I said the likely why I said get what you need up into Tuesday, because it's probably going to freeze. Now, all of the debacle and discourse about what's not happening, it was never supposed to be happening this early anyway. I said anything that falls out of that sky after 10 a.m., I never said it was going to start falling. I mean, after 7 a.m., I never said it was going to start falling. I even said that most of the action would start to sometime after 3-ish. See, y'all got to start paying attention and listening, because the American literacy crisis really be showing in the violence that y'all choose to take when stuff is not happening your way. You would even look at the news, and the news even didn't say it was supposed to start this early unless you lived in the northwest corner of Georgia, which it has actually been icing and all the things over there. There are parts of Alabama that got ice and stuff that this morning that he wasn't supposed to get ice. So things are happening just as I said it would. This stuff is so unpredictable. That's why I said I wouldn't drift that far away from home, because you never know what it's going to do. These systems don't have a behavior. I know I've said that. They tend to misbehave. So maybe, nope, it's not raining outside. It's not snoring. It's not pouring. It's not doing anything outside. Yes, it's 40 degrees outside, but the weather actually brings the temperature drop. That's why it's not a purely snow event. That's the whole point of freezing rain, is for it not to be all the way cold. That is how you get ice. So people crying about it's not 32 plus under degrees outside. That's why it's not a snow event. Buki? That's exactly why it's not snow event. You remember my analogy with the glasses? Shallow cold air means it's surface based, which means it's coming with the weather. I don't know why we choosing violence. I don't know why we choosing to be crazy. I'm not sure why we're doing all this. And yes, I'm gonna post this on my YouTube and all of my socials. Probably. My ear is itching. But up out of my bed violence because it's not a full-on ice storm. Be grateful. It's not a full-on ice storm because if you know, James Spann has now been out live for like 2.5, 3 hours now. And over there, the tractor trailers flipping and people sliding, fishtailing, and everything else. Like, here's my thing with weather. I hate it. I don't care any kind of weather impact that's like disruptive to where you can't do nothing. I don't like it no way. I don't care if it's ice. I don't care if it's snow. I don't care if it's tornadoes. I don't like any kind of disruptive. Be grateful that you're not gonna probably get what people north of us will get. The rain will be so heavy tomorrow, it is impossible for it to dry out before the temperatures plummet into the teens and 20s, which will make it frozen tundra, black ice hanging on the power lines, on the trees, and everywhere else. That is our biggest concern. Get your eyes out of the sky. I don't know. Yes, you choose violence and I would choose it back. Because the amount of stuff I've seen about and messages I've got because it's not snowing outside. It was never supposed to snow outside. Because it's not icing outside right now. It was never supposed to be icing outside right now 100%. It was a possibility. I said maybe after 7. And it's really dependent on where you live and where you stay and where you're going. My biggest concern was some of you have plans today. And I don't want you to be trapped in places where you don't necessarily want to be trapped at. So please stay at home because maybe it's not doing anything here, but I guarantee you 20 miles up the road, which is a place a lot of you frequent on a Saturday, and you can be stuck. And let me tell you, as a part of the crew of people who got stuck in Snowmageddon in 2014, driving on ice is never fun. I don't care what kind of car you got. I don't care if you got a four-wheel drive and anything else. Driving in deteriorating conditions is never fun, especially when it's windy and blowing around like it probably will be. We have got to stop being so crazy about nothing. And we're not even 5 minutes, 10 minutes into an event for real. I promise you, I'm looking at the weather from all angles. Like, I've been watching weather all morning long. I got up and just kind of laid in the bed and looked at this, looked at that. I have multiple screens. I have a tablet, I have an iPhone, I have my Chromebook, and I have my laptop. So I have multiple angles to assess this situation. Multiple. And Spann is probably not going to be on TV for the next 36 hours. If you just want to watch it, just go to the Alabama News Network and just watch it. If that's what y'all want to watch. The conditions over there aren't the same. The conditions over there are much warmer. Which is why if you look at any one of the models, you will see that it's mostly rain in Alabama. That's the way it was supposed to work anyway. But once again, let me repeat this. All models are wrong. Some are useful, and most of them miss the mark. So tell me what your weather app says, what the TV saying, everything else, whatever. This is a system that is dependent on a wedge, and a wedge can move and shift and do whatever it want to do. And really, it ain't even really built up like that yet. Because it's not time. It's not the afternoon, evening time, overnight, and Sunday morning like we said it would be. It's still early, but I will tell you this, as me and a Noonan Scanner have been watching this morning, since early this morning, there are places right now that's getting ice and snow that wasn't supposed to get ice and snow. Again, something that does not have a behavior that does whatever it want to do. So, if you mad, stay mad. I promise you. You only hurting yourself. Because I'm going to tell you for real, I ain't trying to get caught. Nowhere. I could have done this. I could have done that. I could have done this. I could have done that. Okay, you could have done anything. It's okay. I really want y'all to calm down. Calm, go to zero. I need y'all at zero because the nonsense is not making sense. Being uber crazy right now is not making sense. Messaging people, acting crazy, posting in chatty, posting in Mama's and Coweta, acting a fool, not doing this. I don't understand. I'm not here. It's not snowing. It's not icing. It's not this. It's doing that. Y'all, calm down. If you don't understand weather, then just say that. But stop rallying up people to be angry about something that you don't understand and making everybody subsequently choose violence about something that you don't understand. Because the messages and everything else is just getting a little bit out of hand. A little bit, just a little bit. Because it was always going to be for this my weather app, my this, that, and that. It's too hot to ice. I kept telling you, I don't know. I this, I that. Like, chill. Chill out. It ain't even started yet. It's the same science that it could be 40 degrees out there right now. And if you have a warm front to shuffle through here that get it hot enough to get them dew points over 60, we can have a nice little tornado outside. Same science, just reverse. Where's your warm air? Where's your cool air? You got both of them moving at the same time. That's the thing. You have a wedge of warm air and a wedge of cool air moving at the same time. You have a wedge of warm air moving west to east. You got a wedge of cool air moving east to west. And they both influence each other. And where you fall in it is what you get. This is why I hate y'all watching TV. I actually hate TV for y'all. Because I really want them to tell y'all everything up front. They don't tell y'all everything up front because it's the way y'all act. And then they don't tell y'all everything and y'all still act up. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But y'all, go on. Calm down. No, it's not snowing yet. No, the forecast has not changed. It is doing exactly what it said it was going to do. There are places now that is getting some precipitation, and there are places now, most places now are bone dry. If you have something to do, now's a good time to get out and do it. It's going to be okay. Get you a good radar app so you can see if something's falling. But the thing about this is it is not like tomorrow's rain that is moving on a quasi-linear system that is having something to drive the rain. This stuff just pops up. It doesn't have anything to drive it, per se. Tomorrow's rain definitely got something to drive it. It's gotta drive it in the driver's seat. This snow, ice, freezing rain, sleet event does not have a driver. It can just pop up. It's just whenever the air get cold enough to where it's set in place, get cold enough to start doing whatever you want to do. There's enough moisture in the atmosphere to produce whatever out there. But y'all need to understand, yes, it is hot, but the cold, the weather brings the cold. It's not that it's going to be cold and then the weather comes. Otherwise, it will be like it is very north of us, like north of 40, because that's where it's really snowing, north of 40. So, in retrospect, north of Nashville, it's snowing. North of Nashville and Memphis, it's snowing. It's north of 40. That's where you're seeing snow, because it was already cold. This has to be, it brings both. It brings the weather and the cold. So, yes, it's 40 degrees outside, ladies and gentlemen. And we all know you can't get frozen precipitation over 32 degrees. Please stop freaking out. You're making everybody else freak out for no reason. Okay? I really need y'all to stop and think before y'all say, post, and message people being violent. All right? I am going to go now and record my podcast. Okay? All right? And I'm going to go chill out and sit down. And I'm probably going to come back right as I start seeing more places pop into getting precipitation, which will be after 3, 4 o'clock-ish. Meanwhile, chill out and enjoy your Saturday without the anxiety and making other people panic or getting other people mad. All right? Bye, y'all.